$1 million cakes, top 10 expensive wedding cakes.
Ever been constructed was the one they built for
Cakes.
Mohegan Sun Casino. The cake was 17 feet tall and weighed more than 15,000 pounds. And that still didn't cut it into this video's pics. Welcome to Top 10 World, and here are the top 10 most expensive wedding cakes. Let's dive right into it, shall we? Number 10, $130,000 cake. The first cake on our list is the Platinum Cake, designed by Nobe Akira, and you won't believe the backstory we have for this one. Now, while some of our other cakes on this list were actually intended for a wedding or a special celebration, the $130,000 cake was solely made for marketing purposes. That's right. Platinum Guild International ordered a plain cake and they draped it with platinum necklaces, rings, brooches, and some other types of jewelry. The reason? They thought that their customers would be attracted by
smashing that like button if you haven't done so already.
But no, they actually thought that the shiny jewelry on the cake would attract customers and they would be drawn to buying more. We don't really know if it worked, but we know that the cake had platinum flakes all over the cake, so
On platinum
pooping gold is finally a
999.5.
thing. Number 9, 800 all over the cake, so pooping gold is
999.9.
finally a thing. Number 9, 800 all over the cake, so pooping gold is finally a thing. Number 9, $850,000 cake.
Like an actual
The price
fucking
jumped
like
pretty damn high with this
play
one,
brick.
and it's just our second pick. For those of you that don't know,
That's the
this
cake?
cake
That's
was
it?
also created for advertising purposes. The department store
That's
Takashima
it?
in Osaka, Japan wanted to attract customers to their storefront, so they built a chocolate cake and then gave it a little bling. $850 worth of it to be exact. 100 diamonds covered the chocolate sculpture topped a 14-inch cake, and after the holiday season was over, it was said that these guys actually listed this cake at auction. Let's just hope someone is crazy enough to buy 50 carats worth of diamonds on a damn cake. Number 8, $1.3 million cake. Now, this is a very small cake, but it's very expensive, and we can say that we
1.3.
absolutely love this cake. We know that many wedding cakes are actually big, but this one is small, compact, and elegant. And expensive as hell. It was created for the Dallas Bridal Fair back in 2010, where it was kept on public display so numerous people were seen taking photos of the cake. To transport this little fortune, an armored vehicle along with
Cake looks like a hat.
24-hour security
Fancy.
watch was sent to accompany this
It's a
red
fancy
jewel.
cake.
The edges were covered in luster dust frosting,
like
and there
it's kinda-
are
it's
silver leaf
very,
decorations all over.
I'm very like, it looks good though. Like it looks nice.
the cake. Oh, and there are 240 diamonds on this cake, worth of upwards to $1 million.
How much is this? 1.3 M? Damn, B.
Number 7, $5 million cake.
of M
And
cake.
with this cake, we dive into the bonanza of extravaganza.
A lot of
Why?
bakery down the
Because
block
this
really
cake looks like a chocolate mistake that
Get
fell
to
into a
it
pit
all,
of
too.
diamonds tip side down. Now, one jeweler owner in South Africa wanted to create a cake
Nah,
with
big
which he
paper.
could showcase the
It's his
riches
own.
of the African continent. The cake is fully made up of chocolate and in the shape of an African continent. Nothing special, right? Well, what about the diamond-covered borders in southern parts of the cakey continent covered in just 2,000 of them? This was done in order to symbolize all the diamond mines in South Africa. Just please don't tell us people actually ate those. Number 6, $20 million cake.
20 M
Look on
cake.
dollar.com to get our lowest rates.
Why are you in my house?
20 M cake.
This is one of the most expensive cakes in the entire world. It was designed and created by Naid Parsa, and the cake set the owner back an eye-popping $20 million. The cake was built so elegantly that you don't even notice all the jewelry and the diamonds
Wow, that
placed
should
on
look
top
like a
of it.
sculpture
And
of the
since
flowers.
the occasion was luxury bridal shower,
Look like
the
somebody
fondant and
sculpted it.
decorations were shaped in the form of a bridal gown that draped over the tiered cake. At the bottom, there
Like a
was a
dress
row of
kinda.
pink roses, and the entire cake is covered in golden flakes. But the tricky part came when the crew had to transport this cake. $20 million worth of jewelry is not something you should take lightly, so 6 bodyguards made sure the cake reached its destination. Presidents don't get that many bodyguards. Number 5, $30 million
What jewelry
cake.
did it have on it? I mean,
Buddy Velastro from Cake Boss
I
has
guess
made
it
some
did have
pretty
jewelry,
crazy
30
cakes in his life, but none were as crazy as the $30 million cake he had to build for Devora's Diamond Gala. Buddy had to make this cake on camera and had
30
a security guard
cake.
breathing down his neck. the whole step of the way. This pissed him off actually, but the guy said that he was just doing his job. After all, there were actually $30 million worth of diamonds, rubies, sapphires, necklaces, and much more.
30M cake.
Now the cake was nothing special, it was just a plain white cake with some frosting to make the jewelry pop, but it's this simplicity that gave the cake a lot of elegance. And once the cake was done, the security guard helped them load it into the truck and carry it all the way to NYC. Now, he was watching them like a hawk while the guys were cracking jokes about stealing the $30 million.
I would definitely eat.
Number 4,
slices of
$35
cake.
million cake.
35M cake.
One Sri Lankan
Whoa.
pastry chef wanted
It's a
to
ship
make his
cake.
country proud, so he constructed a cake in the form of a pirate ship, and he had 10
cool.
layers, one on top of
Whoa.
the other, and each
One
layer
piece
had a
is
different
real.
taste. The flavors include cinnamon, zucchini, purple yam, coconut chips, as well as pistachio, rosemary, almond cookies, white chocolate, coconut meringue,
White
baked
chocolate.
cheese, sweet wineberry,
Oh, sweet
pineapple,
wineberry looks
walnut,
cool.
pumpkin,
I'm like
coconut
a
meringue, as well as
boy,
pistachio, rosemary, almond cookies, white chocolate, coconut meringue, baked cheese,
Coconut meringue.
sweet wineberry.
Oh, they look cool. Oh, okay.
Oh, don't start with this bag, bro. Stop.
Pineapple, walnut, pumpkin, and lemon. Man, that's a lot of sweet. And in the middle was a giant treasure chest filled with some sort of riches. And those blue, green, red, and yellow stones you see around the cake, yeah, those aren't candies. They're actually precious stones, which explains this crazy price tag. Number 3, $52 million
52M cake.
cake.
52M.
The National Gay Wedding Show doesn't spare any expenses when it comes to
52M.
wedding cakes. The TV show wanted to attract the viewers' attention, so they constructed one of the most expensive cakes in the world. Now, some say this 8-tier cake was nothing special, but all the diamonds atop the cake would disagree. And even though there were so many diamonds on the cake, from a few feet away, you don't see any of them, which is partially the reason why people criticize Jules and Tim Smith, the creators of this cake, for taking so much money for a
that
plain
bag.
wedding cake.
Shit's gonna
Number
be
2,
mine.
$75 million
75M.
cake. The second most expensive cake is $75
Oh.
million. Then how much does the number 1 pick actually cost? For the answer to that question, you'll have to wait a few seconds. Now, let's talk about Debbie Wingham's runaway cake she built for a birthday engagement for an unknown client.
Runaway
the
cake.
cake was built for a runway and is
this is
6
cool.
feet long, weighs almost
like
half a
this.
ton, and is filled with triple Belgium chocolate and chocolate ganache inside. Now, as for the price tag, would you be surprised if we told you the cake has around 4,000 diamonds included in it?
Okay, diamond.
We
Wow.
sure were,
That's
and
the-
many of the people that saw it
the-
said that the little
the-
dolls were made horribly. But that's what you get when you add
Or-
diamonds to it.
The project.
Number 1, Les Nouvelles.
Les Nouvelles.
Now, this is what you call a wedding
Oh.
cake. Now, these guys don't charge
Oh.
millions of dollars for their cakes, but
How
they're
much?
pretty close to it. Some of these
I
cakes
didn't
can
see it
run
to
for
say.
$500,000, but
That
it's
is a
worth it.
fucking
When you
cake.
see that some of their cakes are
What the fuck is
$200,000,
that? Fuck no.
but it's worth it. When you see that some of their cakes are
I was gonna
20
eat all that
feet
cake.
long, weigh about a ton, now you understand why they're so outlandishly expensive. Now, they're not the most expensive cakes in the world, but they are some of the best looking cakes we have seen so far. Les Nouvelles is a family-run bakery from Indonesia that has 24 people working 12 hours a day to make these cakes. And because you only pay for the jaw-dropping design, we include them as our number 1 pick. Imagine adding 4,000 diamonds on top of this cake. And on that note, we end this video. But hey, what are the coolest looking wedding cakes you've seen in real life? You can tell us in the
How much
comment
he said
section
it was?
below. If you'd like more
even
videos
know.
like these, don't forget to subscribe to. This is what you call a wedding cake. Now, these guys don't charge millions of dollars for their cakes, but they're pretty close to it. Some of these cakes are for people working 12 hours a day to make these cakes. And because you only pay for the jaw-dropping design, we include them as our number 1 pick. Imagine adding 4,000 diamonds on top of this cake.
Okay. I'll take that as number 1 pick. It's not a like a diamond fucking studded cake. It's like a legitimate, just regular cake.